Shall we commentate?
I mean, that could also just be the full-blooded Italians.
Oh, that's true.
That featured Nunzio, Chuck Palumbo, and Big Vito. The shoutouts to mid-2000s WWE, but nevertheless, we are going to go to game number 1, Starter Stadium, yet again, and of course, this Samus. It is so hard to be able to interact with them, with Samus just in general, and has been really for the longest time. Certainly, individuals from Jersey who are used to aggressive play from, let's say Philly, for example.
Let's say Philly, for example.
Yeah, no, or I mean, having to go from that to playing people like YB for just throwing a name out there.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, they've gotten so very used to that. But IcyMist, a very smart player. Maybe the answer to being able to do that is rushing down with a sword, such as you could be provided with Mythra.
This is something I want you and I to keep in mind in this set. Let's just see how IcyMist just controls space in a matchup like this, because we are talking about Mythra here. Sort of good pit with that wonky neutral air and like the solid hits and how crazy fast his character is along with the punish game. This is something that I want to see in This is something I want to see at high-level play, and IcyMist is definitely one of the highest-level Samus players that you're going to see. How are they going to be able to keep a character like this out? And right now, IcyMist doing a wonderful job at just chiming and charging these charge shots at the exact right time, but MaduSilv still holding on to this first stock.
Yeah, it's stingy until you run into the charge beam, and
that's all
with
it took.
all of that, it's just the Zair that does the job.
206%, man. Come on.
206%, and it's Zair that finishes you off. You gotta love it.
That was undignified.
Just a little touch of class. You gotta love it. But again, not even necessarily Silv playing poorly. Just it's the Samus being able to control space, doing it more efficiently. It's I'm gonna break out the soccer analogy again. You're gonna be able to throw things around and pass quicker than you're going to be able to run. Certainly, that charge beam is going to move across the stage and control space a little more efficiently. I love that, the switch to avoid the charge beam.
Okay, I gotta say, Mao's off stage was put in a situation where I think he thought he had to tech and he didn't, and as a result, just air dodged and died. But you know how to time the down B switch to avoid Samus' charge shot?
That was dope. I gotta give it to him. That was just funny.
Where do your priorities lie? That's undignified, man. Oh, I mean, do what you got to do to win is definitely IcyMist is doing right now, doing a wonderful job controlling space and reading double jumps when she has to. But still.
I will say this, in the words of Dutch footballing great Johan Cruyff, style without results might be pointless, but results without style is boring. So
that is a good point, my friend.
Yeah, you know what? And I got to say, Silv's got a little bit of style. May have a little bit of trouble dealing with IcyMist, but if you're gonna go down, first of all, catch the movement, finally get the stock, and sure, you lost the stock off of that. And really, was the up smash necessary?
I think she might have just been prepared to, if there was going to be a double jump option instead, going up on the wayside, trying to just cover any, vertical approaches instead, which I want to say would be something I would want to see more from Maoist, but at the same time, it does not matter how quick your character is, how fast they are, if they're running into the, I want to say, unloving arms of a character like Samus for sure. It's upon knowing when to cross up, how to time those ledge traps, how to keep Samus in the air more than anything else. Give that character a hard time going down, as Pyra and Mythra absolutely should. But you just running into the charge shots like it's this toxic relationship that you just keep jumping yourself back into. You're going to eat a brunt of damage and wonder how you wound up at 46 so fast.
First of all, speak for yourself. Secondly,
okay.
I mean, it's going to... The thing is, you're trying to find ways in, and IcyMist is prepared for every last one of them. Even every one of the movement options that you're picking is a frame commitment in some aspect. A jump is a commitment.
Yeah.
Let's be real. If you're trying to jump in, that's cool, but IcyMist has prepared for that. And, they're still going to be able to, again, as we said, control possession, as it were. And, perhaps a Pyra or Mythra, that is has a few more miles under their belt, and has a few more.
Yeah.
Just a few more years in the game, such as, let's say, a Cosmos.
Yeah.
You know, could perhaps negotiate this a little bit better. But again, it's not for a lack of ideas. It's just a matter of execution and how you're able to deal with Samus punishing you for interacting.
Yeah, you know, adding on to that, you know, it's upon finding out how to keep this character in the air is that whiff back air is going to lead to a kill neutral air on the part of IcyMist. Samus, you know, you got to try and, like, see what options you can bait out of from her against on disadvantage, because one thing that, you know, every Samus player is going to try to do, not just to mix up their recoveries, but to mix up their way back to the stage out of disadvantage, is to mix up the bomb in that down B. And if you're fast as Mythra, even if you're just, you know, as fast as a character like Mario, really, if you can run up, just do a quick needle up air just to keep them in the air, you'll find out that you're going to wind up being able to get that character off stage a lot more than you think. You want to play in that sort of mid-range neutral with Samus as little as you possibly can, because that is where that character thrives.
Exactly, where you're just close enough to get hit by multiple things, but not necessarily close enough to get into things of your own. That wingspan, where they're just kind of able to jab at you like a boxer almost. A boxer with missiles, let's just put it that way, and certainly a flamethrower. But I'm not really sure that's legal under the Queensbury rules, but okay. The Duke of Queensbury rules? I forgot.
I think that's how it goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, going for the back air instead. I think that was really... I think IcyMist recognized that, like, her rage was a little too high there and didn't want to risk accidentally whiffing a combo at low percent. Or they just tried to, like, cheese Maus off the level instead.
Yeah, and again, you know, Silv just looking for answers. And I do like... I mean, IcyMist, you're playing this in much the same way as you would... Like, you're trying to make Silv play a bullet hell, where you're having to concern yourself almost more so with not getting hit, and really, like, the time that you're spending sitting in shield is time that you're not spending going up to ledge and making IcyMist have to question their getup. You're giving them an entire ledge for free because you're not able to get there. You're having to shield a charge shot, or you're having to shield a missile, so that you're not able to get that grab into forward throw off the ledge to keep them in disadvantage.
Yep.
It's all these things that IcyMist is taking into account. And again, it's a veteran presence that is part of the reason why this steel-nerved fighter from the Steel City has done so well in tournaments past.
It's part of the Samus trap, you know what I mean? One would think that the best way to get around this character is to shield, but no, this character loves shields. This is when the character mixes in what they do and gets to with that insanely long grab. You know, and approaching from on high, you know, the character's got some pretty solid anti-airs as well. This is what I mean when I say this character is actually solid, as the side B should kill here regardless of the high blast zones of Town and City for sure. But is it too little too late for MaduSilv right here? I thought she was going for a drag down with that up air, but I don't think that move necessarily functions like that.
We'll be going for 2 JV3s in a row, and will indeed be successful in that pursuit. Cold as ice, 2-0 to IcyMist.
Bro, the ankles? The ankles? I know the character could turn into a basketball, but, like, I didn't know she crosses up like that. Holy moly.
How do you get your legs broken in midair is my question.
That is the